Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for November 2023. This is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional culture cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Aquarius. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Aquarius, congratulations. You made it. You made it. Okay. And I'm saying that because we just had those nodal shifts. We had a heavy retrograde season. It was really deep. It was really deep. In fact, there was a point where pretty much every planet was retrograde. And then, of course, the eclipses. So we've had really big aspects and moments that we had just come on. Things have been like topsy-turvy, and you made it to November. Pat yourselves on the back. Really, really be proud of yourselves. This is your Truman Show moment, by the way. All right, I've been saying this in every sign. It's like the ending of Truman Show. You know, when he weathers a storm, he climbs the stairs, gets to the door of the studio, and he opens the door. All right, this is you, because there's something, your life is changing. There's a lot of new things brewing for you now. Okay, and there's you moving into this next chapter, this next cycle in your life. Okay, one of the reasons why I bring up this particular analogy is because Neptune. If you're a subscriber, you know I don't talk about Neptune too much, but Neptune, which is all about like imagination and creativity, dreams, your dreams, really is active this month. Okay, so with the Truman Show, we as the viewers are, it's up to us to be imaginative. Think about what happens for him after he walks through that door. So that's what I want you to do this month. Imagine your future. What do you want for yourself? Okay, what do you want when you walk through that door, as you enter this next phase, this next chapter, this next cycle in your life? Imagine, what is it that's going to bring you joy, that's going to make you feel like you made it, and everything's working your way and you feel free now. I mean, this is a great month to really be creative about that as well. Really use your imagination, and really feel empowered. Really feel empowered, especially after coming through all those, especially the eclipses. I mean, that was major, and we're still in the shadow. Remember, these eclipses, they have the power to, they really have an effect on our life for years to come. So keep that in mind. Your life is changing. Okay, at the end of the day, your life is changing, and so get very excited now for November. November is very interesting. I did a 3-month ahead video a few months ago, and if you saw that video, you know I said November is, out of all the months in fall, a little like and it's only because it is. But it's great. It's great because we're moving into Sagittarius season, and for you particularly, Aquarius, this is amazing for you because that is your 11th house. So Sagittarius is fun, and it's explorative, and it's optimistic. Remember, Jupiter is the ruling planet for Sagittarius. So it's so nice. But what makes it nice for you is that's your 11th house of your social network, your groups you belong to, but also your hopes and wishes. And you are the native ruler of the 11th house. So, Aquarius rising will definitely feel it a lot more than Aquarians, but all Aquarians will feel this. You'll feel this energy. But the real big thing here is the fact that there are less aspects than the other, the past few months that we've had. But these aspects that we have this month are really, really powerful, super powerful. Okay, so it is, and of course, if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, stick around because I break it down week by week. I tell you what's going on every week. I pull a lot more cards, okay? And there are a lot of good days. Some of the best days, like just, whoa, I love what's happening here. But there are also a lot of challenging days. some that we have not seen in quite some time. And so I'll break those down for you and I'll let you know, the good days, the bad, or challenging days, all right? The challenging days. But it is a loaded month. We do have a full moon in your BFF, Gemini, at the end of the month. We do have a new moon in Scorpio. So that's something I want you to keep in mind. We're still in Scorpio season for the first half of the month, okay? Not only that, Mars is still in Scorpio as well. Even Mercury for the first like weekish, okay? So that's a lot of intensity. In your house of career. So there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of activity happening with career for y'all. A lot of activity. I'm not even joking. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a big thing. And there may be some like surprising moments for you that have to do with home. We'll talk about this, okay? We'll talk about this, but just looking at what's happening for y'all, a lot of y'all have had a lot of activity with jobs, new career paths altogether. Some of y'all may even think about it this month, give it a lot more thought. But with that new moon in Scorpio that we have again in your 10th house of career, hey, a lot of y'all will be getting new jobs. But it is a very interesting new moon in Scorpio. I'll talk about it a little bit later. And if you're not here for career, the 10th house is, public recognition. It's, like just how you want to be perceived. It's leadership. It's success. It's honors, achievements, fame. Some of y'all, hey, you could become famous. You could become famous. So with that said, let's get started. Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you for November 2023. Again, this is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising if you know your birth chart. I would read for your moon because the new moon and the full moon this month, I'm not going to lie, they're a little tricky. We're going to talk about them, okay? But they're also, and your Venus, because Venus is moving into Libra. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely amazing. Again, you're another BFF of yours, fellow air sign Libra. And as we know, Venus does a lot better in Libra than it does in Virgo. And so because Venus rules Libra, along with Taurus, Venus rules Libra. So that's just like feeling really good. A lot of y'all could be traveling, the publishing projects, like working on books. There could be a lot of passion around that. It really is all about the heart, what the heart desires. Spirituality is a big thing here too as well. So with that said, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you for November 2023. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius, like I said earlier, I do a traditional culture cross spread. Really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I know that you are definitely. Listen, I'm an Aquarius. You know that. If you're new to my channel, I'm an Aquarius. So I get it. Okay, I get what's been going on. Things have been really like there's a lot of intensity right now, a lot of pressure as well, but things are gonna smooth out. Okay, things are gonna smooth out. Things are gonna be good. But y'all have been busy, and there is going to be something that is this is going to be a month for you. Holy cow. You're gonna have to let some things go. You're gonna have to let some in that that is gonna alleviate a lot of the stress and a lot of the pressure that you may be feeling. If you are feeling it, if you're not, you may feel some in November. All right, now let's get started. You did get the Queen of Pentacles. I absolutely love this. This is saying that there's a side of the Queen of Pentacles that I really love. She is very maternal, but she's maternal in the sense that she has the resources to take care of the people that she cares about. She really keeps an eye on the people in her empire, her family. She like if they and this is you, okay? This is like if you, for instance, a friend of yours was like, oh man, I can't make rent this month. I'm $400 short. You would be the one that's like, oh, I got you. All right. So this is. I love this energy for you. There is also a sense of like, with the Queen of Pentacles, because she is the richest queen, this is very nice for you. This is super nice for you because it's all about building this world that you envision for yourself. And again, with a lot of y'all moving, which is a big thing, a lot of activity happening at home. Big activity happening at home with your actual home, all right? Even family, even parents, children, like your domestic, your partner. Like there is a sense of like really feeling good about like how things are going, okay? This month you will feel that moving into it. Now, you did get the 5 of Cups in your in the heart of your spread, Aquarius. So here's the thing. This is not a weekly reading. This is a monthly reading. So you're going to have to decide something this month. There's going to be something that is, you're going to be in your head and it's going to be intense. um, One thing I want to remind you is that Pluto did move into Capricorn. I'm sorry, Pluto went direct last month. And so it's not really moving too much in terms of degrees, but it's still gone direct now. And so that is your 12th house, and that is the subconscious, okay? What is the subconscious, right? It's where we store our memories. It's, including those things that, we fear, anxiety, stress, all those low energy frequencies can live in the subconscious, like based on something that happened in the past would resonate. Like, for instance, like if you were, had, if you ate a cookie that upset your stomach like 2 months ago, you may never eat cookies again because you're afraid that you're gonna. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Obviously, this can pertain to a lot more serious subjects like relationships and dating and career stuff and whatnot. But at the end of the day, the 5 of Cups is a challenge card. And it is we say, it's in the fifth sphere. So it's a conflict card too, but it's more of like that inner conflict. You can see the figure here looking at the spilled cups. Okay. 2 full cups behind him. All he's got to do is let it go. All he's got to do is look up, pick up those cups, cross the bridge, go home, and go hang out with his friends, have a Star Wars themed party, break out the lightsabers, whatever, right? It all he's got to do, let go of the past, okay? I say it all the time. The past and history, 2 very serious and very different things, okay? Let your past be history now, okay? There is going to be something that you are going to, could be very disappointing that happens this month, and you can't dwell on it, all right? I did say there are going to be some hard aspects, challenging aspects this month. For a lot of y'all, it will be career. For a lot of y'all, it will be home. Okay, so keep that in mind. Because you also got the 8 of Swords here in your challenge area. Now, this is you really like needing to face your fears. With it coming up with the 5 of Cups, there's something that, the 5 of Cups can bring like sorrow and disappointment, but also just this sense of like holding on to it, holding on to something that could happen that's just like, why did that happen? I'm really sad about it. But not being able to move forward, not being able to like see why the brighter side of it, or make any go in any direction where you've come to terms with it. So make that a priority this month, because you also got the 4 of Cups in your crown. I mean, this is like something. I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk about this, Aquarius. We're a team. We're a team. We're a tribe. All right, we're a tribe, and we've got to discuss this. There is going to be something this month that is possibly going to be really hard. Okay, and it's going to make you feel a little on the vibrating at a low frequency. And it really could be the fact that there's change that you want and it's not happening yet, and it just made you go straight to your head. And the fact that Pluto, which is all about power and transformation, even money could be a thing as well. One of the reasons why I say that is because not only is Neptune really active this month, did I say that earlier? That's one of the reasons why I use the Truman Show reference, is because you have to use your imagination and you have to really imagine what you want for yourself for your future. But Neptune is really active this month. And Neptune is all about imagination and creativity and your dreams. I did mention it. But anyway, it looks like there is something could have to do with money too, by the way, because we do have the Queen of Pentacles here in your past, but there is, with Saturn going direct in Pisces and Neptune being very active this month, they're both in Pisces, which is your second house of money. Okay. It is also self-value and self-worth. Like, what brings you comfort? What makes you comfortable? What do you value? And so there could be some of that, but it's just like, you're going to be in your head a lot, and it's because you're just not satisfied about something. You have to raise your frequency. You have to have that gratitude no matter what happens. Listen, the challenges happen all the time. We go through challenges every day. It just seems like there's going to be one that's going to be a little bit more significant, and you have to accept it and work with it. Okay, with the Four of Cups in your crown, there is a sense of like, it could make you withdraw, especially with the Eight of Swords in your challenge area as well. It could make you withdraw. It could make you like go within. It could make you, but in a way where it's just like, you are like self-sabotaging in a sense as well, because of something that happens. Really just trust your intuition, okay? Really trust your intuition and really know that everything is going to work out for you. This is just going to be a month where it does look like well, look, you got the Magician in the root of your spread. So I see, looking at your entire spread here, it looks like for a lot of y'all, some new things that have happened in your life, especially after those eclipses, there may be something really hard about it, okay? Or something really challenging, or something really, upsetting, or something that makes you even honestly like bored with it. Like, but then there is another side where there is some of y'all who are just wanting this big change, and you're getting frustrated because it's not happening, or the change that has happened is something that was something that you saw unfavorably, and now you're just like, okay, WTF this, and you're going in your head, and you're questioning everything, but in a way where it's not like healthy for yourself. You've got to move forward. You've got to come to terms with it. You've got to accept it, and you've got to, through all that process, hold on to that self-love through anything that happens. Okay, anything that happens. I know it's hard for me to even this is possibly your most challenging, spread that since I started my channel that you've gotten. But I'm not going to lie. This is everyone has free will. There's hope in every card. Okay. Even with this card, listen, again, the Two Cups. If you can stop dwelling on the past and a situation that happened, you're going to be fine. Okay. Even with the Eight of Swords here. Sure. She's bound. Sure. She's wearing a blindfold. She's surrounded by swords. Her feet are free. She can walk out anytime she wants. This is all about you. This is all about how you handle the situation. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something here. Look at your future. You got the Nine of Cups. This is the wish come true card. This is the card of satisfaction. This is a card of being proud of yourself. Look at all the cups arranged over his head. It's like, that's a lot of enlightenment, but look at the way it's as if he's like showing off the cups like they're trophies, like being proud. Like there is something happening. It's almost like whatever happens was meant to happen in order for you to receive the biggest wish that you wanted. So keep that in mind, all right? Always know, and again, this reading is as relevant to me as it is for you, but there is something in your future that's just waiting for you. It's something that you actually really want. So it's like, whether it's a rejection, whether it's, a breakup or whatever it is, you can't dwell on it. You have to know that there's so much more waiting for you, and you won't even be able to see it if you're so focused on your past. So do not let your past dictate your present. Do not let your past dictate your future. One other thing I'm going to point out to you, and I hope this really encourages you. Look at the spilled cups. Take a really close look, okay, Aquarius? You see all that wine spilled? I'm going to show you something here. Okay, I'm going to just get out of that. Okay, so look at that green stuff. You see that in the spilled cups? There you go. What is that, Aquarius? What's that green stuff? It ain't wine. What is it? I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is? Probably not. That's the point. Nobody knows what that is. So this card is saying, how do you even know that wasn't poison? How do you know that wasn't something that would have been really bad for you? Okay. So it's almost like a blessing. All right. You have to see it as this could have been actually the worst thing. If this worked out, it could have been the worst thing for you. You got to go with these other cups. Okay. You got to go with these other cups that are upright and not spilled. You've got to let go of the past. All right. Because it could have been, you may have seen it as like the best thing ever, but secretly it wasn't. All right. So keep that in mind. But you have the 9 of Cups in your future. And again, Aquarius, will you trust me? Will you trust me that everything's going to be like good for you? Because you're good. Okay. You get the Ace of Wands. You're fine. You're good. Something new, something that you wanted is coming through. You know that. You know that. This is a powerful combination in your future, okay? The Ace ushering all that new change, new opportunities, new beginnings. Remember, you've opened the door, the Truman Show, the studio door. You're walking through. Something new, something that you wanted is coming through, okay? Wands, all about your passions. All about your passions here. You see those leaves sprouting, right? Come on. Planting those seeds, something new. Wands are also very career related. So again, with all this activity happening in your 10th house of career, there could be a new job, your dream job. I mean, there's something new in your future that is very auspicious. So yeah, it looks like there is going to be something disappointing and you're going to be in your head. But if you again dwell on this disappointing thing and you're in your head about it and you don't make any resolution, and if you give up and you don't move forward, you're never going to see all of these things that are happening for you. So keep your gratitude high. Be very grateful that you still about the other things that are amazing in your life, okay? But know that things are going to be, everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. Whoever, the first person to comment on who said that, no Googling, okay? You get a brownie point, all right? The first person who comments, who's able to comment on who said that, okay? Everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. There's a lot of different people that have said versions of that, but there's this one famous person. But anyway, let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know. Team Aquarius, what's happening? What's going on with y'all? Tell me, have you moved yet? A lot of y'all have. Or in the process of. A lot of y'all will definitely, when Jupiter goes direct next month. Oh yeah. It'll. But a lot of y'all are gonna find out that you are gonna move this month too, and I'm gonna explain that later. Now, let's see what's going on with your stuff. Whoa. Okay. It is, yes. You are definitely Okay. Let's do this. You got the 10 of wands, okay? You got okay, let me just start with this one. You got the 10 of wands, all right? So there is a sense of the first thing that's coming up is like you can't distract yourself anymore. It's like you're pushing things that you know you have to do. You this month you may be like distracting yourself, making excuses to not like do it or have a discussion about it. Mercury is very active this month, so really do spend that time to communicate. Okay, really spend that time to communicate because you're gonna have to communicate. But even still, it seems like there's a lot that you're taking on as well. You maybe just be very, very busy. If you need to, like for instance, at work, if things are like really crazy, really busy, take a day off, use one of your vacation days. I always say your mental health is the utmost priority. So keep that in mind because you could be really busy, but to the point where it's really hard for you. And it is to the point of burnout. But for others, really, really don't distract yourself. Okay. And again, I made a reference in another reading, but it's almost like those movies where I don't know, like a cop who is having problems at home with his family, so he takes on the night shift and the day shift and the night shift and the day shift. It just never, because he's avoiding that conversation or whatever's happening at home or whatnot. So just be very mindful of that. You did get the 7 of Wands in your external factors area. Keep fighting. Keep fighting, okay? For the things that you want. Don't let this get you down, all right? This is good. I like the fact you got the 7 of Wands, okay? Really keep fighting. It looks like it may be a partnership, relationship, partnership that's happening here. But that was a big thing for y'all, especially when you think about Venus having been in retrograde for so long and then it went direct, and that is your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. There could be like you're at a place now where it really is just to really stand your ground. Okay, draw a line in the sand if you have to, but just keep fighting. It's all about valor here. Now you did get the 9 of Swords. Okay, this is actually really good. The placement here is really good. I like this because it is saying that there is, with you being in your head a lot, there is a part of you that you just want it all to end. Okay, you want any stress, any anxiety, any like burnout energy, like you want it to end. You do not, especially if you're fighting with, if are you fighting with someone, Aquarius? Are you having like, there could be, you could be not be seeing eye to eye with some people in November, but again, keep your gratitude high. Gratitude is the highest energy and like the law of attraction, right? You always want to keep your gratitude high. You never want to forget that. Okay, so even in the hardest moments that you're going through, send somebody like a text saying that you love them, right? Do like just that gratitude. If you're having a really really bad day, and then your mom or your husband or your whoever it is, your partner asks you to go get something at Whole Foods, like some chocolate covered sea salt caramels, and you're just like, oh, but I'm already having a bad day. Just do it and go there and be happy about doing it and being grateful. You're making others happy while you're there. Compliment the cashier. Tell the cashier you love their hair. Okay, you're gonna put them in a good mood. They're gonna go put someone else in a good mood because they're in a good mood. They're gonna compliment them. And you know what, how it all started, Aquarius? It's you because you're the one who started it all. So this is raising your energy levels. All right, so that's what I want you to do. Because you also got the 10 of Swords. So you see, you got the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Okay. These are all Gemini cards, by the way, all 3 of these. And I did say we have a full moon in Gemini at the end of the month. All right. Something coming to culmination. Now, one thing I want you to do right now is think about, actually, just write this down. Think about what happened around June, mid around June 17th, 18th, because this full moon in Gemini is corresponding to the new moon in Gemini we had back then. And it's also when Saturn did go direct. So something could come up around that time. But anyway, Ten of Swords. That's your second. You have two tens here, okay? And so it really is like a sense of like there is like this end of something. You have definitely gone through it. You have definitely, well, in November you will be going through a lot of mental, like, you're gonna need to take some like walks in the park, okay? You need to go in nature and do some forest bathing, or listen to a gong somewhere in your life. But it really is it's gonna be a good moment for you to 10 is the end, and that's what I love about this card, is that, oh gosh, yeah, your life is changing. So you got the Ten of Swords, all right? So that burnout, that burden energy, almost like, hitting rock bottom is like where you may think, remember, it's a sword suit, okay? But I want you to know that this is the card of new dawn. So not only 1-0 equals 1, so new beginning is happening here, okay? That sun is actually coming out. So everything that you've gone through, you have to bounce back from. But in order to bounce back from it, you have to learn from it. You have to learn from all the hard things you've gone through, just so it makes you wiser, so you never have to go through those experiences again, okay? Now, Judgment, okay? You do that, you have this moment, this spiritual awakening, okay? You hear the blow of the trumpet. You got an archangel here blowing the trumpet, Archangel Gabriel, and the dead are rising, right? The dead, gray, in tarot is wisdom, they're gray. So this is very significant. This is that aha moment. This is you having that moment of clarity. It's like, I know what I want. I've gone through it all. I've learned from everything that is in the past. I've moved forward. And now I'm looking for this meaningful life experience. And now it's coming, because you've got the Death card, which is all about transformation. And as you know, if you've seen my last readings, this is, with all this activity in Scorpio is transformation. It is, the eighth house. It's transformation. It's power. It's coming into power. It's a lot of different things, but it's also rebirth. Okay. It's a new cycle. And the Death card is ruled by Scorpio. And so, again, a lot of career things could be, a lot of this could be career related for a lot of y'all, especially with the Ace of Wands in your future with the Nine of Cups. So, as you can see, something disappointing will likely happen this month, or you may see something very unfavorably, and it may put you in this mood where you're just like, I'm just gonna, sit in my, bed for the entire month. No, you can't do that. You just have to think about the things that may have happened and move forward. Find some ways to come to closure with it. Again, it's not, you listen, some things can be harder. Every Aquarius is different, right? Every Aquarius has a different birth chart. Every Aquarius is going to take something, this is going to resonate in some different way for everybody, okay? For every Aquarius. But at the end of the day, it's how you recover from this, okay? Remember, whatever happened was not meant for you, clearly, because you have the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands in your future. Keep that in mind. You have the Death card and your final outcome. Transformation. You're moving into this next cycle in your life. And this is it's one of the best cards in the deck. It's one of the best cards in the deck. You see the sun coming out on the horizon here too. So you got, in your final outcome, you got the sun coming out in the Ten of Swords and the Death card. You're good. You're gonna be good. All right. You know what? You're good. You're good. You're good. You just have to something may happen a little bit harder for you than the other signs. Because again, I'm going to break it down right now and I'm going to tell you what's going on. So let's do it. Let's do it. Aquarius, you ready? You ready? Let's see. Okay. So first week of November, I really like the second when the sun is opposite Jupiter. This is a day of like, just think expansion. It's like, it has a feel good day. Like there's a lot of success around this day. I like this day. The fourth, I really want you to pay attention to the fourth. Saturn does go direct. Remember, Saturn is your co-ruler, okay? And Saturn is in your second house of money, finances, salary, all of that. So you may be just working really hard at this point, like throughout November, like have a lot of responsibilities. But it's almost like you want it. I, you want it. You want it. On that same day, Mercury will oppose Uranus. Okay, so Uranus, remember, is in your fourth house, and so that is your domestic sector. So keep this in mind because Uranus is at play big time this month. So this is your home. This is your family. This is your children. This is your parents, your partner, your domestic life. Okay. So there is something there that you may have to communicate something in that environment. Okay. And that, maybe even a roommate or whatnot, but just be very compelling around this time. Be very compelling. Just, and also be careful about the way that you speak. But either way, let's see what's going on for you. Again, first week of November. You're going to be good. You're going to be really good. I mean, you just got the Two of Cups. I mean, have you seen your last readings? Anyway, you're going to be good. Still a lot of partnership activity at play here. Again, with all this activity in Scorpio in your 10th house of career, but then also all this activity in your fourth house of your domestic life, this is definitely resonating, like whether career, it could be like elevating or ascending in terms of career with a new partner, with a new partnership, with a new job, new role, new boss. If you own your own company, maybe like merging with another business or whatnot. But at the same time, this is also love at home. Okay. It's just, but if you're single, hey, remember I said, the sun opposite Jupiter, like that's a really good day. So you're actually really good the first week. There's a lot of partnership activity. Okay. Again, communication is really coming up. So just be like, you may be communicating a lot this week. Just be cool. Be cool. Actually, Jupiter is you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. With the fact that the North Node did move into Aries for you, which is like your destiny. That was your third house of communication. Keep in mind this week Venus is still in Virgo. All right, so that is your eighth house of like transformation too. But other people's resources, like you could be like actually merging like bank accounts with someone. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for the second week. On the 6th, November 6th, Venus is trining Pluto. This is really hot when it comes to romance, when it comes to love. If it does anything that you desire, actually, Pluto, we're talking about Pluto here. So Pluto really is at play. So there could be like money on your mind. Money could be a big thing as well. Venus is going to enter Libra on November 8th. We love this. We absolutely love this. And we'll talk about this more in the weekly reading. Venus is going to be here for a while. Like I said, Venus is so good in Libra. So things are going to start feeling good. Okay. Things are going to start feeling good when it comes to matters of love and romance and even money. Okay. And even creativity. Now on the 9th, Mercury's moving into Sagittarius. This is, we're going to talk about this more in the weekly. Mercury is in its detriment in Sagittarius. All right. So, this is like it's like a goofy aspect. And I say that and then in like a nice way, but it's like Mercury's all about like, you remember it's a messenger planet. It's all about communication and all that logic, right? And Sagittarius is just like fun. Like remember, it's like fun and wild and optimistic and adventurous. So Mercury in Sagittarius really is. It's like optimistic, but it's not like super organized, and it's it's enthusiastic, but it's not like, but it's a little scattered. Okay, so just keep this in mind. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about this. You could just have like some really big ideas around this time. It's almost like I'm making the analogy. It's like an escape room. Like if you've ever been to one, and so you get there and you're like kind of giddy, like, oh my god, this is gonna be fun. It is fun, but at the same time, it's just like, whoa, like what is going on? Like it's like these things, like escape rooms, they force your brain to think in ways that they never have before. And so it really is like it's gonna feel like that. It's gonna feel like that. It's just a lot. It's just like so all over the place, but fun. But really fun. The day that I want you to really be aware of is on November 11th. All right, Mars is opposing Uranus. Now this is, I'm not going to lie, it's a very challenging day. Mars is hangry, okay? Mars is very hangry. And he's out, you know how people get when they're hangry. Just be cool. Be cool this day. This is Mars that's, again, in Scorpio, opposing Uranus that's in your fourth house. And so there could be a connection between work and home. It could be like maybe your boss wants you to go to the office. You hear Uranus is all about surprises, and Uranus is your co-ruler as well. Okay, so remember Saturn and Uranus. Aquarians have two rulers. So it's Saturn, the traditional ruler, and Uranus, the modern ruler. So it really could have a big impact on you. So just keep in mind whatever thing that you hear. It could be just be cool, communicate, be responsive, not reactive. All right, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be absolutely fine. So as you can see, the second week of November is loaded. Lots happening, a lot happening that week. So Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you for the second week of November. You got the Hermit. Okay. I actually love this for you. I think you needed it. I think you need it. You definitely needed it with that 5 of Cups, with the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Yeah. So this is good. I like it. The Hermit is Virgo. That is your 8th house. Transformation. You're thinking about the transformations you want in your life. You got to do that deep soul searching. Remember, I said going into like being very intuitive this month is gonna be key. It's gonna be key. Especially it looks like you're gonna be in your head a lot. So definitely go more toward your pineal gland, right? Your intuition, right? Just really, really let your intuition guide you. Listen to your inner voice and take time to develop your intuition as well. Take really long walks along the beach, or the Berry Street, whatever. And just maybe again, nature is going to really help. Nature is going to it's going to help. But like I said, the Hermit, look how, I mean, like, it's all gray here. What did I say earlier? Gray wisdom. Okay, so it's going to bring that inner wisdom. Like, you're going to have a lot of answers if you do that deep soul searching. So I actually really like that for you. I think that you need it this week. Now, third week of November 13th, we have that new moon in Scorpio. Okay, so this is in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements, leadership. I like it. The only problem with this new moon is that the sun is going to be opposite Uranus now. Okay, so this can make it a little bit tense, and there could be some surprising things that happen here. Again, this is we're talking like home and work again. Mostly at home with the sun opposite Uranus, something at home, family, children. So just remember, it's just every Aquarius is different. Everyone has a different birth chart. Really depends. Like, some Aquarians will feel like it like a 1 out of a 10, right? Some may feel it a little bit harder, like a 6 out of 10. But just know that there may be something that happens where you're just like, oh, I didn't expect that. But on the 17th, Mars and the sun are trining Neptune. This is absolutely amazing. Like creativity, like to a whole other level, like a huge explosion of like imaginative ideas. So, even creativity in terms of like problem solving and seeing things that, that you've never seen before, like the way that you look at things. But I really love this. But what I love about this day is that the same day, the sun is going to conjunct Mars. Hello. Hi, that's amazing. So if you are here for career, that is huge. This is, by the way, uh, we've had a lot of Mercury Kazimis recently. This is a Mars Kazimi. We haven't had this in I mean, like this is huge. You will feel absolutely driven. So again, not a lot happening in terms of like number. It's like quality over quantity here. So few aspects, but they pack a huge punch. They pack a huge punch. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you for the third week of November. You're good. You're good. Okay. You know what? Whatever happens this month, Aquarius, just know it was meant to happen. It may be hard. It was meant to happen. Something new is coming through. You see it clear as day here. You see it clear as day, right? And now you got the world, the week of the new moon. This is the end of one cycle of your life, one chapter of your life, the end of the hero's journey, the end of the fool's journey. You got the world during the week of the new moon in Scorpio. So new beginnings, new opportunities. And now you see the dancing figure here who's achieved. She's made it to the end of the world or the end of the journey. And now you're starting this new journey. Again, your Truman Show moment, opening the door to something new happening in your life. This is amazing. You see the four fixed signs on the corners of the world here. I mean, you're here. This card ruled by Saturn. Okay, your co-ruler. Remember, Saturn is going direct. Money could be a big thing too. Okay, especially because remember, it's in your second house of salary, of money, of finances. Okay, so there could be a lot of movement there, activity there, growth, something new. Okay, and if you're not here for money, if you are literally fellow Aquarian Jennifer Aniston watching this video where you do not like money is no issue. Second house is also like, again, like I said, self-value, self-worth. So like confidence, like in this new thing that's happening in your life. Now, the last week of November, we have the sun and Mars exiling Pluto on the 20th and the 21st. This is you feeling empowered to a whole other level. I absolutely love this. We officially enter Sagittarius season. Mars is moving into Sagittarius. Remember, Mercury's already moved into Sagittarius, so there's all this intensity in Sagittarius. But again, this is fun for you. This is your 11th house, your hopes and wishes, your social network. You'll be a lot more social, but we'll talk a lot more about this later. It kicks off in a weird way, though. That's the thing as we enter Sagittarius season, because the sun is going to square Saturn and Mars is going to square Saturn as we enter Sagittarius season. So again, these are very challenging aspects. These are not fun. These are not fun. So you will feel tested, but be cool and you'll pass the test. Just let your intuition guide you. Okay. Let your intuition guide you. Let's just be that, again, it's more about like being responsive rather than reactive, and knowing that anything that happens, it's meant for you, for you moving into this absolutely amazing new direction. Now we do have that full moon in Gemini on the 27th, and again, this is interesting. A lot's going to be illuminated here. That's what full moons do. Mercury will square Neptune this time, so that's what makes this full moon very interesting, is because it's obscuring a lot. It's like, literally if you go outside to look at the full moon, but there's like a lot of clouds in front of it. Okay. So just know the facts. Just know the facts this day. Now, this is in your 5th house of love and romance and creativity, self-expression, procreation, and recreation too. Okay, so a lot, but remember, think about June 17th, what you may have launched around that time. You could see a lot illuminated around this time. You could see culmination around this time, like you going the next level in a direction around this time, but keep that in mind. So with that said, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of November. Again, this is a loaded week, a lot like big place, big activity, big aspects. All right. So, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of November. You're good. You're good. You got the 6 of Swords. This is, I'm going to show you something here. Look at my finger. Look how turbulent that water is, right? Right there. And look at the direction they're going. So they're moving away from the turbulence. They're moving away from any of the challenges, any obstacles, anything that has been like really hard for them. There's a lot of comfort in this card. You know, the ferryman is towering over his family. So there's a lot of protection too. In fact, the swords are in front of the boat. Speaking of protection, you're good. Look at the direction they're going. Look how calm the water is. Last thing, this card is Aquarius. It's attributed to Mercury in Aquarius. So all of this with you being in your head and just a lot of like noise, it looks like you're finally gonna be free. And all these changes that are happening in your life is your like new direction. It's you moving into, it's your Truman Show moment. It's like you opening that door and you have all of these blessings waiting for you. So, yeah, Aquarius, very deep. We went deep here. I feel closer to you. I feel really close. Like we really bonded over a campfire. Okay, so Aquarius, like I said, yeah, sure. Things are going to be a little different. Like there may be something that's disappointing that happens. It's going to make you go into your head. It's going to make you feel a little like, but just know that it actually was meant to happen. I mean, you have the 9 of Cups, the Wish Come True card with the Ace of Wands in your future. This is huge. You got the Death card in your final outcome with the 10 of Swords, meaning this is all coming to an end. You have to learn from everything that was hard from you, though, in order to evolve, right? But you have 2 cards where the sun is coming out for you with the Judgment card. You now hearing the blow of the trumpet, now seeing things and knowing what you want and seeking this meaningful, truly meaningful life experience for yourself. Like it's in this transformation that is definitely going to happen. And then, of course, with the world here, it's clear as day. And then you're finally mentally moving forward. So you're good. You're actually really good. You're going to have a moment where it's just like, it may be hard, but you're going to persevere. You're easily going to persevere. You got to put action toward it, okay? And know that whatever happens, just remind yourself that this was not meant to be on my path because something else is coming and it's a lot better for me. All right, Aquarius. Thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I'm already losing my voice from your if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.